Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to sit down and do a reading specifically for my Gemini friends, because I have been feeling this really interesting energy around you lately, and I think it is time we talk about what kind of love is actually coming your way next. Not what you have been through, not what you are leaving behind, but what is genuinely on its way to you. So grab your coffee or tea, get comfortable, and let me share what the cards are revealing. Before I pulled these cards, I took a moment to really connect with Gemini energy. And I have to say, there is this sense of anticipation around you right now. It feels like you have been in this space of wondering, maybe even questioning what love really means for you at this point in your life. And I think that is beautiful because it shows growth. It shows you are not just accepting whatever comes anymore. You are becoming intentional about what you want to invite into your world. So I shuffled the deck with that question in mind. What kind of love is coming your way next? And honestly, the cards that came through are so interesting. They tell a story that I think is going to resonate deeply with where you are right now. Let me walk you through what I am seeing. The first card I pulled is the Six of Wands, and when I saw this, I actually paused for a second because this card is about victory, recognition, and celebration. In the context of love coming your way, this is telling me that the next person or the next connection you experience is going to make you feel seen in a way you have not felt before. This is not about someone who half sees you or only appreciates certain parts of you. This is about someone who genuinely celebrates who you are. I think for Gemini, you have probably had experiences where people were intimidated by your intelligence or your ability to shift and adapt. Maybe they found you too much or too complicated. The Six of Wands is saying that the love coming your way next is going to be the opposite of that. This person is going to see your complexity as something beautiful. They are going to appreciate that you can talk about deep philosophical ideas one moment and then be silly and playful the next. They are going to get that your duality is not inconsistency, it is richness. What I find really interesting about this card in this position is that it suggests you are going to feel like you have won something. Not in an egotistical way, but in a way where you look at this connection and think, this is what I have been waiting for. This is what I deserve. There is going to be this sense of arrival, like you have finally found someone who operates on your wavelength. And I think that is really important for Gemini because you need mental stimulation. You need someone who can keep up with the way your mind works, and this card is telling me that person is coming. The energy here also suggests that this love is going to boost your confidence. You know how sometimes being with the wrong person can make you doubt yourself? This is the opposite. This connection is going to make you feel more like yourself than ever before. It is going to remind you of your worth, and honestly, that is one of the most beautiful gifts a relationship can give you. So the Six of Wands is really painting this picture of a love that feels like a triumph. A love that makes you proud to be exactly who you are. The second card that came through is the Nine of Cups. And I have to tell you, when this card shows up in a love reading, it is always a good sign. The Nine of Cups is often called the wish fulfillment card. It is about emotional satisfaction, contentment, and getting what your heart truly desires. So when I look at this in relation to what kind of love is coming your way, I am seeing that this is going to be a connection that genuinely makes you happy. I think sometimes as a Gemini, you can get caught up in analyzing everything. You can overthink whether someone is right for you, whether the timing is right, whether you are making the right choice. The Nine of Cups is telling me that the love coming your way is going to quiet that mental chatter. When you are with this person, you are going to feel content. You are going to feel fulfilled. There is not going to be this constant questioning because your heart is going to know this feels right. What I am also picking up from this card is that this love is going to meet you on an emotional level in a way that previous connections might not have. Gemini, you are an air sign, so you lead with your mind, but this card is saying the person coming into your life is going to help you connect with your feelings in a deeper way. They are going to create space for your emotions, and that is going to feel really healing. You are going to be able to express your feelings without fear of judgment, and that is going to create this beautiful sense of safety. The Nine of Cups also speaks to gratitude. This is telling me that when this love comes into your life, you are going to feel genuinely grateful. Not in a desperate way, but in a way where you recognize that this is special. You are going to appreciate this person, and they are going to appreciate you, and that mutual gratitude is going to be the foundation of something really beautiful. So this card is really emphasizing that the love coming your way is going to bring you joy. Real, sustainable, heartfelt joy. Now the third card is the Three of Swords. And I know when people see this card, they immediately think heartbreak. But I want you to hear me out because in this context, it is showing up in a really interesting way. The Three of Swords is about pain, yes, but it is also about truth and clarity. When I look at this card in relation to the kind of love coming your way next, what I am seeing is that this love is going to be honest. It is going to be real. It is not going to be sugar-coated or based on illusions. I think what this card is trying to tell you is that the love coming your way is going to require you to be vulnerable. It is going to ask you to open up about your past hurts, your fears, your insecurities. And yes, that can feel scary. It can feel like you are exposing wounds that you have worked hard to heal. But the message here is that this vulnerability is what is going to create depth in this connection. This person is not going to run away from your pain. They are going to hold space for it. The Three of Swords can also indicate that before this new love fully manifests, there might be a final release of old pain. Maybe there is still some healing that needs to happen around a past relationship or a past hurt. This card is encouraging you to face that, to let yourself feel whatever needs to be felt, so that when this new person comes in, you are ready to receive them fully. It is like the universe is saying, let me help you clear out this last bit of heaviness so you can step into this new love with a clear heart. What I also find interesting is that the Three of Swords in this reading suggests that this new love is not going to be superficial. It is not going to be one of those connections where you just have fun and avoid anything real. This is going to be a connection where both of you are willing to be honest, even when it is uncomfortable. And for Gemini, who can sometimes use humor or deflection to avoid going too deep, this is going to be growth. This is going to be a relationship that challenges you to show up authentically. And that is ultimately going to make it so much more meaningful. The fourth card is Justice, and this one really stood out to me because justice is all about balance, fairness, and karmic alignment. In terms of what kind of love is coming your way, this is telling me that this relationship is going to be balanced. It is going to be a partnership where both people are giving and receiving equally. There is not going to be one person doing all the work while the other person just takes. This is going to be reciprocal, and that is going to feel really refreshing. I think for Gemini, you have probably been in situations where you felt like you were putting in more effort than the other person. Maybe you were the one always initiating conversations, always planning things, always trying to keep the connection alive. Justice is saying that those days are over. The love coming your way is going to be with someone who shows up, someone who matches your energy, someone who recognizes that a relationship is a two-way street. The Justice card also has a karmic element to it, and what I am picking up is that this connection might feel destined in some way. Like this is someone you are meant to meet at this particular point in your life. There is a sense that the universe has been orchestrating things behind the scenes to bring you two together at the right time. And I think that is really beautiful because it takes some of the pressure off. It is like you do not have to force anything or try to make something happen. If this is meant for you, it is going to unfold naturally. Another aspect of justice is truth and clarity. This card is telling me that in this new relationship, there is going to be honesty. Both of you are going to be clear about your intentions, your expectations, your boundaries. There is not going to be any game playing or mixed signals. And for Gemini, who values communication and clarity, this is going to feel like such a relief. You are going to be able to trust that what this person says is what they mean, and that is going to create a really solid foundation. The fifth card that came through is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is such an interesting card to show up in a love reading because it is really about dedication, mastery, and putting in the work. What this is telling me is that the love coming your way is not going to be a whirlwind romance that burns out quickly. This is going to be something that is built slowly and intentionally. Both of you are going to be committed to making this work, to growing together, to continuously improving the relationship. For Gemini, this might be different from what you are used to. You are a sign that can get bored easily, that craves variety and excitement. But the Eight of Pentacles is suggesting that the love coming your way is going to show you that commitment does not have to be boring. This person is going to keep things interesting. They are going to put effort into keeping the relationship fresh and dynamic. And you are going to find that working on this relationship together is actually fulfilling. What I am also seeing with this card is that this relationship is going to help you grow as a person. This person is going to encourage your ambitions, your goals, your personal development. They are going to be your biggest cheerleader, and you are going to be theirs. This is a partnership where both people are invested in becoming the best versions of themselves. And that shared commitment to growth is going to create a really powerful bond. The Eight of Pentacles also suggests that this love is going to have a practical element to it. This is not just about feelings and emotions. This is about building something real together. Maybe you will work on projects together, build a home together, create a life together. There is a sense of groundedness here, of creating something tangible. And I think for Gemini, who can sometimes live in the world of ideas, this is going to be really grounding. This is going to show you that love can be both intellectually stimulating and practically supportive. Now we move to the 6th card, which is the King of Pentacles, and this is such a solid, stable energy. The King of Pentacles represents someone who is mature, reliable, and successful. In terms of what kind of love is coming your way, this is giving me the sense that the person you are going to meet has their life together. They are not someone who is still figuring things out or who is emotionally unavailable. They are ready for a real relationship. What I find really interesting about this card is that it suggests this person is going to bring a sense of security into your life. Not just financial security, although that might be part of it, but emotional security. You are going to feel safe with this person. You are going to know that they are not going anywhere, that they are committed to you, that they are building a future with you in mind. For Gemini, who can sometimes struggle with feeling grounded, this is going to be really important. This person is going to provide stability without trying to clip your wings. They are going to understand that you need freedom and space, but they are also going to be there as a solid foundation that you can always come back to. It is like they are going to be your home base while you explore the world. The King of Pentacles also suggests that this person is going to be generous. They are going to want to take care of you, to provide for you, to make sure you have what you need. And this is not about control or making you dependent. This is about genuine care and wanting to see you thrive. They are going to support your dreams and your goals, and they are going to have the resources and the willingness to help you achieve them. Another aspect of this card is that this person is likely going to be someone who appreciates the finer things in life. They might enjoy good food, beautiful environments, quality experiences, and I think for Gemini, who appreciates variety and richness in life, this is going to be really compatible. You are going to enjoy exploring new restaurants together, traveling to beautiful places, creating memorable experiences. This is going to be a relationship that feels abundant in many ways. The 7th card is the 8 of Cups, and when I first saw this, I thought, okay, this is interesting. The 8 of Cups is traditionally about walking away, about leaving something behind in search of something more meaningful. In the context of what kind of love is coming your way, I think this card is showing up to remind you that before this new love can fully enter your life, you might need to let go of something. Maybe there is still an emotional attachment to a past relationship that you need to release. Maybe there are old patterns or beliefs about love that no longer serve you. Maybe there is a situation that you have been holding on to, even though deep down you know it is not right for you. The 8 of Cups is encouraging you to have the courage to walk away from whatever is no longer aligned with your highest good. What I'm also picking up from this card is that this new love is going to be worth whatever you have to leave behind. The 8 of Cups shows someone walking away from 8 full cups in search of something higher, something more fulfilling. It is about having the faith that there is something better waiting for you, even if you cannot see it yet. And I think that takes a lot of courage, especially for Gemini who can sometimes overthink decisions. The message here is that the love coming your way is on the other side of letting go. Once you release what is no longer serving you, you are going to create space for this new connection to enter. And this new connection is going to show you why all the letting go was necessary. You are going to understand that sometimes the universe clears things out of our lives not to punish us, but to make room for something that is truly meant for us. The 8th card is the 4 of Swords, and this is a card about rest, recovery, and taking time to heal. In this reading, what I am seeing is that the love coming your way is going to give you permission to rest. It is going to be a peaceful connection, not one that is full of drama or chaos. After perhaps some turbulent experiences, this is going to feel like a breath of fresh air. For Gemini, who is always on the go, always thinking, always processing, this is going to be really valuable. This person is going to create space for you to just be. You are not going to feel like you constantly have to perform or entertain or be interesting. You are going to be able to let your guard down and just relax, and that is going to be incredibly healing. The 4 of Swords also suggests that before this love fully manifests, you might be in a period of rest or recovery. Maybe you are taking time to be alone, to heal from past hurts, to reconnect with yourself. This card is validating that process. It is saying that this time alone is not wasted. You are preparing yourself, you are healing, you are becoming ready for what is coming. And when you emerge from this period of rest, you are going to be in a much better place to receive this new love. What I also find interesting about this card is that it suggests this new relationship is going to have a spiritual or contemplative quality to it. This is not just going to be about surface-level fun. You and this person are going to have deep conversations. You are going to explore meaningful topics together. You are going to support each other's inner work and personal growth. And for Gemini, who is naturally curious and philosophical, this is going to be really fulfilling. The 9th card is the Queen of Cups, and this is such a beautiful, nurturing energy. The Queen of Cups represents emotional intelligence, compassion, and intuitive understanding. What this is telling me is that the love coming your way is going to be emotionally mature. This person is going to be in touch with their feelings, and they're going to be able to hold space for yours. I think this is really important for Gemini because as an air sign, you can sometimes feel like emotions are complicated or overwhelming. The Queen of Cups is saying that this person is going to help you navigate your emotional world with more ease. They are going to be patient with you as you process your feelings. They are going to create a safe space where you can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. The Queen of Cups also has a deeply intuitive quality. This person is going to understand you on a level that goes beyond words. They are going to pick up on your moods, your needs, your unspoken desires. And that is going to create a really deep sense of connection. You are going to feel like this person really gets you, like they can see into your soul. What I am also picking up from this card is that this relationship is going to be nurturing. Both of you are going to take care of each other. There is going to be a lot of kindness, compassion, and gentleness in this connection. And for Gemini, who sometimes attracts people who are more interested in your mind than your heart, this is going to be a beautiful change. This person is going to love all of you, including your emotional side. The Queen of Cups can also represent creativity and imagination. This suggests that this relationship is going to have a creative element to it. Maybe you will create things together, or maybe this person will inspire your creativity in some way. There is a sense that this connection is going to bring out a softer, more artistic side of you that maybe you do not always show. The 10th and final card is the Page of Cups, and this is such a sweet, hopeful energy to end on. The Page of Cups represents new beginnings in love, emotional openness, and messages from the heart. What this is telling me is that the love coming your way is going to feel fresh and new. It is going to be the beginning of something beautiful. The Page of Cups is like a young romantic who is open-hearted and optimistic about love. This card is saying that this new connection is going to reignite your belief in love. If you have been feeling jaded or cynical, this is going to soften your heart. You are going to remember what it feels like to be excited about someone, to look forward to seeing them, to feel butterflies. What I love about this card is that it represents genuine emotional expression. This person is not going to play games with your feelings. They are going to be straightforward about how they feel about you. And you are going to feel safe enough to be straightforward about your feelings too. There's going to be this beautiful honesty and innocence in how you communicate with each other. The Page of Cups can also indicate that this love might start with a message. Maybe you will meet through social media, or maybe one of you will reach out with a heartfelt message. There is something about communication being important in how this connection begins. And for Gemini, who rules communication, this feels very fitting. This card is also telling me that this love is going to bring out a more playful, youthful side of you. You are going to feel lighter when you are with this person. You are going to laugh more, play more, enjoy life more. This is not going to be a heavy or serious connection in a negative way. Yes, there will be depth and meaning, but there is also going to be joy and lightness. So Gemini, when I look at all these cards together, what I am seeing is that the love coming your way is going to be celebratory, fulfilling, honest, balanced, committed, stable, transformative, peaceful, emotionally mature, and fresh. This is painting a picture of a really beautiful, well-rounded relationship. This is not going to be perfect because no relationship is, but it is going to be right for you. I think what stands out most to me in this reading is the theme of emotional depth combined with intellectual connection. You are going to find someone who can match you mentally, but who is also willing to go deep emotionally. And that combination is going to create something really special. This is someone who is going to celebrate your complexity, who is going to be committed to building something real with you, who is going to provide stability while still giving you freedom. If you are wondering when this is going to happen, I would say based on the energy of these cards, this is something that is going to unfold naturally. You do not need to force it or go looking for it. The universe is already arranging things. Your job right now is to continue healing, continue growing, continue becoming the person who is ready to receive this kind of love. The Eight of Cups and Four of Swords are telling me that you are in a preparatory phase. Once you have fully released what needs to be released and given yourself the rest and healing you need, this person is going to show up. And I want to emphasize that this reading is about the energy of the love that is coming, not necessarily about one specific person. The universe might bring this to you in a way you do not expect. Stay open, stay curious. And most importantly, stay true to yourself. The more you honor who you are, the more you are going to attract someone who honors you too. I hope this reading resonated with you. I would love to hear if any of this feels true for where you are right now. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. And remember, the best love stories are the ones where you get to be completely yourself. That is what is coming for you, Gemini. Someone who loves you for exactly who you are. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care of yourselves.